I was flying from London to Amsterdam in 2010, and it was winter. It was 8 o'clock in the evening, and I noticed something amazing. The street lights. They were burning all night, and I could see there was absolutely no one around. And at that time, I was reading global warming. It was a hot topic in 2010. And it shocked me. But how is it possible? And that made me quite curious. That is this a real problem? Coming from TU Delft made me very curious to investigate whether this was a serious problem. There are other issues with street lights. There is a lot of light pollution. Sometimes in Holland, we see the skies orange. Well, it's not because orange is our favorite color. It's thanks to street lights, they are all orange. And so it has a significant influence on our daily life and wildlife. What shocked me were the numbers, that Europe alone pays over 10 billion euro each year only to power street lights, which is over 100 million euro each night. And this is a big number. Now imagine if we could save just a small percentage of this number. And that was my dream in 2010, when I was still working in other company. There are other challenges with street lights. They are insensitive to environment. So basically, even if during daytime the street lights are burning, they lack failure warning, current street lights, and finally illuminates empty streets. These were the challenges that I really wanted to target and try to solve. I believed the solution was intelligent lighting. The light only when and where necessary. Basically, it would be amazing if we could create something like a Michael Jackson moonwalk live. If there is no one around, the lights should dim. And if there is anyone, not only one light, but the surrounding light should glow to the full mode. And a person walks or a car drives, the light walks. So a person is always surrounded by a safe circle of light. And this was a dream in 2010. And what I came across, that there are three fundamental necessaries of intelligent lighting. One, you need smart sensors who can detect people. You need wireless controls, because it's not only one light. We want to create entire cities which are efficient, smart, convenient. And finally, an underlying architecture. I wouldn't go too much detail, but outdoor sensors should be suitable for outdoor climate. The indoor sensors, well, doesn't work outdoor. That's something we all know. It should be able to identify all kind of human activity. It could be pedestrian, bicycle, or a car. And it should be able to filter out small animals, trees, wind, rain, snow, such kind of things. And finally, all this should be done within milliseconds. A person is detected, and action has to be taken. There is no time to think and process the information, so it should be fast. Finally, it should be robust, secure, and affordable, because street lights, well, there are 91 million in Europe and over 300 million worldwide. It should be cost effective, otherwise it is not scalable. We did a lot of experiments in 2010. We tried various sensors, and what we find out that each sensor is good with certain thing, but the beauty lies in combining them. And finally, our conclusion was we combined 8 sensors to achieve what we were aiming for. Then comes the wireless sensor network, which means the street lights need to talk to each other, because not only one light should trigger, because, well, it's no fun. Every time I walk, a street light trigger, well, it's definitely not fun. It should be triggering in front of me and behind me, which require that lights talk to each other. Now the wireless network is a quite funny thing if any of you would have worked. Imagine there are 1,000 people in this room, and each one can call other 999 people. Now everyone is calling everyone else at the same time, and the system should work. Now this was the biggest challenge we had, that such a massive mesh network should work in a very simple, stable, robust manner. And that is what we were trying to achieve in 2010. Again, it should be quite secure and robust, because it's a huge public infrastructure. Reliability is primarily very important. we created our own topology because the existing standards are very good, but they are not designed for sensor networks. So we used one network, we opened it up, we created our topology, closed it, and then we have a network which works for this application. Finally, the architecture. Now, imagine a city like, take Amsterdam. There are over 250,000 streetlights. Now, if you want to control them, there is a lot of data to manage. Same like Twitter or Google or Facebook. A lot of data come in, it should be organized, and it should be presented in a very simple manner, which requires very good architecture similar to Google or Twitter, where they collect a lot of information but presents in a customized, user-friendly manner. And that is an important element of intelligent lighting. So, finally, within a year, we were able to make our first functional pilot, a working prototype. We could create on-demand lighting, we could create live moonwalk. It was lamp independent, it would work with any kind of lamp and any kind of lamp technology, conventional or LED. What we found out was one very important thing. Pilot was a very good step, but the real challenges were something different. Real challenges were reliability, robustness, scalable and affordable. Because while the pilot took us 1 year, to make a product that is scalable took us 3 more years with 18 engineers and a couple of million spent. So that's the difference between a pilot and a real product which can be scaled worldwide. And that was a learning for, at least for us at TVlight. Here's a short movie talking about what we do.
Every day, streetlights are powered from sunset to sunrise at full strength throughout the night, even when there's no one around. This costs Europe over 27 million euros each day. This is a big waste of energy and money, and additionally, an unnecessary source of light pollution. The solution is both simple and effective: TVlight Intelligent Street Lighting. A plug-and-play wireless sensor to make streetlights intelligent, suitable for both conventional and LED streetlights. The lights dim to a predefined level during off-peak hours, when no one is around. And as soon as any presence is detected, all the surrounding lights glow to the full mode. In this way, a pedestrian, cyclist or a driver always moves in a safe circle of light. The right amount of light when and where it's necessary. That's the idea. The result? 50% lower maintenance costs, an energy saving up to 80%, and therefore also considerably lower CO2 emissions. Moreover, the return on investment is between 3 to 5 years. TVlight Intelligent Street Lighting is therefore a unique solution which combines public safety with savings. Would you like to know more about this solution or become a partner? Visit us at tvlight.com. TVlight Intelligent Street Lighting, a bright future for people, planet and pocket.
This is what we do in a simple language. We also have a remote management tool in which entire lighting infrastructure can be managed from any computer. Now, this is not a concept. We have done this project kind of worldwide. We have a lot of projects. For example, this is Newnan, which is quite close to Eindhoven, about half an hour from here. Entire village uses intelligent lighting, which we supported. We have done parking spaces, railway stations, airports, not only in Holland, but also in Canada, Australia, Copenhagen, South Africa, Germany, Ireland, and very shortly in Korea, Seoul City. These are some of the photographs just to show that where all this solution is applicable. Parking spaces, residential areas, stations. This is roadway lighting, this is in Nijmegen. Entire stretch from the Snelweg to the city center, we have made intelligent. It saves 60% energy on LED. So, and these are proven numbers. Most places we save over 50% energy, plus maintenance cost. And what amazed us is actually the response from the people, which I'm going to show you in 1 minute. These are the benefits, plus lowers light pollution, CO2 emission. Energy monitoring is now done remotely, so people can actually save money. It combines saving with safety, and what amazed us was an interactive user experience. We did this lighting to save energy, but what we discovered is that people love walking in areas where there was intelligent lighting. They felt special. When they walked, the light walked. They thought, hey, after coming from office very tired, Eliza is somebody who cares. So that was a complete new learning we had, the interaction, and that was something we discovered. A lot of people like the light pollution element, energy bill, maintenance cost reduction, the ability to manage remotely the lighting infrastructure. Females find this lighting quite safe because they say, well, at least when I'm walking there is light and I can actually see from far if somebody is walking towards me. So that created a new element of feeling safer than just the normal lighting. These were very new elements we discovered while doing these projects. So what's the future? And this is just a view of us at TVlight. We believe that intelligent lighting is a killer app for a smart city. There are a lot of applications to develop, and street lighting could be a backbone for many facilities which will be created in future. Imagine, for example, traffic management. I was discussing with somebody over here. Well, we don't like to wait for a red light. Now imagine if you are driving, the lights would always turn green for you, especially for you. That would be amazing, right? Emergency vehicle, if they can save 1 minute while reaching to the hospital or to the patient, well, that's worth a lot for a lot of people. Imagine ability to charge cars, because street lights have power and they are everywhere. Whether we believe or not, electric vehicles are gonna come soon in our field, coming 5 to 10 years. And street lights can help charge them, build them, manage them, because it's everywhere and it has power. It can offer low-cost internet, colorful evening walk. It can offer information systems. For example, a tourist, if he's there, he can take a guidance. Okay, these are the hotspots to visit. Okay, if you are here near our city hall, okay, this was the history of the city hall. Those kind of systems can be enabled with smart street lights. Smart advertising is possible, and vehicle-to-vehicle communication. If there is a curve and a truck is passing this way and your car is coming this way, it's good to know in advance because it's a high risk of collision. When vehicles, traffic lights and street lights talk, a new world will emerge, and that we believe is the future. That's it. Thanks a lot for your time.